Hi, everybody. How are you? This is Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, coming to you live from South Central Pennsylvania, where fall is slowly creeping in. The trees are starting to turn, and the air is getting cooler, and all the rain we didn't get over the summer is happening now. So, I'm okay with rain because you don't have to shovel it. So, it is Saturday, October 21st. I cannot believe that it's the 21st of October. Um, yeah, crazy town. So I first want to thank all of you who have stopped by. If you are new to this channel, it is about my crazy disorderly stitching. I don't make plans because as soon as I make plans, the plans go in the trash. And I'm not one to keep a spreadsheet because they stress me out. About the only thing I keep on a spreadsheet or try to keep on a spreadsheet is what charts I have and my lesson plans for school. So those of you that are new, I am a teacher. I teach 8th grade. This is highly possibly going to be my last year, as I will be 62 in the spring and I will be able to retire with full benefits. And yeah. So those of you who are returning or are subscribers, welcome back. Some of you have contacted me making sure I was okay. And yes, I am okay. Just life, you know, working through school, balancing things, still dealing with my knees. And I started feeling a little stressed in my stitching. And I was watching someone, and I honestly can't remember who it was, a couple weeks ago. And she said also that her stitching was making her feel stressed. Like it was a combination of the stitching and the floss tubing, because it is a little stressful to make sure that we have things to show. It's not that, I'm not saying I don't like doing it. It's just I haven't really had anything to show you. And I didn't think it would make for an exciting half an hour, 45 minutes. So, and I also, honestly, after 9 months, have taken WhipGo and chucked it out the window because that was stressing me out too. While it was, in a way, organizing my stitching, I also felt like, and this is me, this is all me, if I didn't get it done, I was failing. So I thought, why am I doing that? I don't need to put myself under that stress. So with that being said, I'm going to just go back and stitch what I want to stitch. Okay. So I am going to have my focus piece, which is my Lady of the Flag, and I will show you that in a minute. But I'm also going to, try and get things that, I want to finish whips. I have so many whips. It's ridiculous. And, I have quilts in various stages, and I want to, work on those as the winter goes by. And I want to, believe it or not, I want to try and organize some things in this room because it looks like a combination of a quilt store and a cross stitch store and a bookstore have exploded. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. That being said, so that's my life. For those of you who have been asking about my knees, I am, they're feeling better. They're not perfect. They won't be perfect. I am still trying to lose weight, but it's, according to my scale, I'm 13 pounds lighter than what the doctor's scale said. So I'm going with that. I have gone to physical therapy a couple times. The guy that has been working with me, he's a friend of mine. He's also a parent of a former student. And he's like, just come in and do your exercises. Okay. Come in 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. And he said, if you don't want to come in here, then go down to Planet Fitness. And I said, to be honest with you, if I go home, once I'm home, I'm home. And I don't want to ride back into town and go to Planet Fitness, So, the only I don't want to say it's a roadblock, but I would have to go pick up my grandson and take him with me, which he just is absolutely not thrilled with. But, it is what it is. So we're going to do that. And then I have an appointment with my doctor to talk to her about the possibility of doing that weight loss injection, the different Waruva or whatever it's called. So we'll see. But until that happens, I don't get a new knee and I don't get a meniscus done. So enough about that. We're not going to whine anymore. Okay, so where do I begin? Well, as some of you know, I got to be very careful. As some of you know, I have been doing a model for Sambry Stitches. And I asked her if I could show a little sneak peek. She said that was fine, just don't show too much because it is a Nashville release for, I think it's March, early April. So it's beautiful, even if I do say so myself. So here you go. There's your little sneaky peeky. Okay. Got that? That's all you get. No more. You have to wait. So yes, that one's done. So I have to send it back off to Washington State. And yeah. Okay. All right. So what else have I been working on? I went to the Hawk Run Hollow group that Pam from Stitch New England hosts, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. And I decided, and this was one of my whip goes. And I think this is when I decided I needed to can whip go. But this is the map of Hawk Run Hollow. So I started up in this corner by the bird. And the flosses. Hawk Run Hollows take a lot of different flosses. And she charts them with NPIs and she charts them with DMCs. And whoops. And honestly, I like NPIs, but I don't want to put that much money into them when DMCs look perfectly fine. So, went to the group. And I also tried to start start a Stitchy Zoom on my Facebook group that was going to center around Hawk Run Hollow. But you know what? If you're in the group and you want to stitch whatever you want, go for it because it gets stitching done, right? It doesn't have to be a Hawk Run. So anyway, honestly, I don't remember what this is on. All I know is it's a huge hunk of fabric and it's 36 count. And I'm not making a whole lot of progress, which is, I think, what, finally said to me, just do what you want to do. So, I've got the border over a little bit and I started in on the bird. And these I bounced around with because I wanted to get those light sections of the wings done. And I got tired of doing those. So then I started in on the brown of the wing. So, yeah. Slow and steady. I really thought about changing my name to the Slow and Steady Stitcher because that's about where I am. And I keep it in my camping bag that I made. I made one for Chris the Camping Stitcher for obvious reasons. And I like it simply because of all the states and the emblems and things like that. So that's what I keep in there. And I am greatly lax, and I should take this out so you can see it. Greatly lax on keeping up with my temperature tree because I was working on Lady of the Flag and I was working on Becca's model. So, what can I put behind this? Let's put this white paper behind us. This is my temperature tree. So September is done. Whoops. You can see that the September was wild. You know, we started out with some really high 90s, and now the temps are starting to cool down. So my next goal on this one is I have to do the October branch, which goes here. I have to catch up on the October leaves. My November and December branches are done. And then, yeah, I might actually get this one done in 2023. So there you go. I got this from Etsy. Let me see if I have the name in my bag. Yeah, Sarah Hughes for Stitchin' Mommy. Stitchin' Mommy, STITCHIN' Mommy. She has different types of temperature charts to do. And I'm enjoying it. If I do one next year, I'm going to do it differently. So again, here are the DMCs. And I keep it in my, I'm going to fall, everything's going to fall. I'm going to fall off the chair in a minute. I keep it in my postage stamp bag that I made. This is one of my first whole cloth ones that I made. And honestly, I think I'm starting to like the whole cloth ones better, but to each his own, right? Excuse me, I gotta fix my chair. All right, so the other stitchy focus, of course, was on Lady of the Flag. Slowly but surely wins the race. This is not going to be a super quick stitch. And I don't have it out of the hoop. Probably should take it out of the hoop. Don't you love how we comb our flosses? That cracks me up. But yeah, lots of colors. I am doing the blue conversion. The actual dress is a golden dress, but I love the blue conversion. Like I said, I do apologize. Well, you know what? Let's take this sucker out of here. Because I'm probably going to have to move the hoop anyway. So hold, please. This is when I think I should, like, you know, do the Jeopardy song. I got to be careful where I stick my magnets. I don't want them near my computer. I don't know if that's still true. Is it still true that if you get magnets near a computer, you can mess up your hard drive or something? I don't know. Using my Nerd hoop. I like the number 2 hoop. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just right. Okay. So, and yes, it's all wrinkly because I can. I'm doing this on 32 count flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit. I had purchased this yard of fabric at the Steel City Stitch retreat last March, not knowing what I was going to do with it. And then I was like, you know what? These will look cool. So there she is. And I don't have the picture handy. I'm sorry, but I'm sure if you, I'll try to insert one. But you can see I've started on the flag. I needed some red. It's getting tired of blue. Now, all those blank spaces in her dress, that's where the Krynic and the beads go. And I have not started beading and using the metallic because I'm using a hoop to stitch. And I still have not purchased a scroll frame. Just haven't gotten around to it. You know, life. So that's that. So honestly, that is all I have stitched on. That is all I have stitched on because, you know, like I said, I've been busy with Becca's model and I absolutely love working on it. And, or I did love working on it. It's finished now. And Lady of the Flag has been my focus. So with that, here's my thought for next year. Instead of doing Whip Go, I'm sort of taking a cue from Olivia at Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on Lady of the Flag. But if I really want to do something like to help me keep track of my whips and work on my whips, is maybe assign like a whip a month. And, you know, focus on Lady of the Flag, but then also spend time working on one other whip. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I probably really should go through my whips and see what, you know, in what state they are. You know, are they close to finishing? Are they in the middle? And rearrange them that way. But, you know, I know you can go online and you can get an app that's a wheel and you can fill it in and do the whole thing. But I don't know. You know, that's why I'm the disorderly stitcher, right? Go figure. Okay, so another thing I did was I made some project bags. And I am moving closer to setting up an Etsy shop. And, you know, if you're interested in them, message me. But I have these. This is vinyl. All right. I worked on these. I love making project bags. And I use the foam stabilizer on the back and I quilt it. So, yeah, I have 2 of these. And then I also made a whole cloth one for me. So I use the foam on both sides and on the top, and I put a label on it, but I put it backwards, so I guess I'm going to keep this one. But anyway, and then the lining is the orange. So I really enjoy making project bags. You know, the time-consuming part is the cutting out the fabric and quilting. Once you have all the pieces, it's not a big deal. And I quilted these with a variegated orange thread that I had. It's a YLI machine quilting thread. It's called Aspen Gold. So, you know, it's one of those I had purchased for some reason. Don't look at my junk. And now I need to use it up. So, yeah, I think they're pretty. All right, so that's really what I've been doing. I was working on a quilt. I got some quilt blocks done. They're very scrappy. They look like this. You know, you can see Gonzo. And half of them have the white in these little squares and half of them have the dark, and then the light and dark is, you know, opposite the other. So I'm working on that. Do a few blocks every once in a while. So that's really it. That's what I've been doing. So, you know me, I shop. Probably not a good idea, but I shop because, you know, you can, right? So I don't know what I've showed you. I don't know what I've not. So I apologize if there's something from 4 weeks ago, but my brain is only so smart. So I did get my October color and cotton. And it's a beautiful fabric. It's sort of a grayish purple, I guess. It's called Overcast. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's not showing up as dark as it is, but it's real pretty. I'm sure if you go to Color and Cotton's website, you'll find it. I get a 36 count half yard because I figure that way I can cut it down. And I've also been known to share it because I shared some with somebody else before. So I got that, and I also got my threads. Here they are. So I am in the All Color Club. I get 10 skeins for the All Color Club, and I get 5 skeins for the Primitive Club. I haven't even taken these out of the bag. So here we go. We're getting into the winter colors. I'm sure somebody else has shown these, but there's Land of Snow, And Nutcracker Prince. That one's pretty. Sort of a tealy color. This one's Fritz. I'm guessing these are all Nutcracker names. And Cavalier, which is a gold color. And Clara. There you go. Yes. And I can say I've never seen the whole Nutcracker. Do I love the music? Yes. Have I seen the whole thing? No. Harlequin, it's showing up more pink, but it's pretty. And Point Shoes, it's a pink. Man, the lighting in here sucks. I wonder if I turn this off. Is that better? And Snow Queen, and Dewdrop, which is a light green, and Marzipan, which is man, sorry about this. Let's get rid of that light too. Turn off the light on the sewing machine. So those are the all colors. And so first of all, does anybody save these little bags? I do. Don't ask me why, but I hate to put them in the landfill. And then these cards I end up recycling. Yes. Then the primitive neutrals. There I go, saving things. My kids are going to love it. When the time comes to go through all my junk, they're going to be like, why in the world did Mother save all these plastic bags? We have Wooden Soldiers, which is a deeper tannish neutral. We have Grandfather Clock. We have Drosselmeyer and Winter Spruce and Merleton. I have no idea who that is. So lots of pretty colors. I put this in my bag collection. I purchased a piece of, I believe this is Heartland 36 count from a gal on the Stash Unload group, because you can never have too much of that. The tag's not here. I wish it was, but I believe that's what it was. What the heck? I'll use it for something. And I purchased, oh Lord, people, what did I purchase? What didn't I purchase? Sorry. I purchased a yard. I didn't think I'd clicked a yard of lightly salted, not roasted from Stitch Me. But it's like a peachy tan. Did I show you this already? Man, that lighting is good. Sorry. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. You're supposed to take it out of the bag anyway. Can you see that? Should I turn off the overhead light? Maybe that'll do it. It's a peachy tan. Why did I order a yard? I don't know. Ugh. I also got an 18 by 26 piece. Sorry, we're going to crinkle again. Turn off your headphones. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. Whoops, rip the bag. Such is life. This is a fat quarter of one more reproduction from Stitch Me. Oh, the other piece was from Stitch Me. So I got that. And here's some more crinkling. Sorry, crinkle, 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 crinkle. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. There's going to be a lot of crinkling. I did not plan well. All right. This is a fat quarter of Grog from Stitch Me. I don't know, just because I thought it was, that's not too bad. I thought it was pretty. And one more crinkle. One more crinkle, people. Pretend we're crinkling wrapping paper under the Christmas tree, or wrapping paper for our Hanukkah gifts. Okay, so there you go. This is Hot Cocoa. Now, I had gotten this in my Fabric of the Month from Stitch Me. I loved it. Do I remember what I was using it for? No. Do I remember what motivated me to get another fat quarter? No. But what the heck, right? And I got another crinkle, 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 crinkle. I don't know where this came from though, or why. Maybe this was a fabric of the month. I don't know. This is Boneyard. I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but did I show this to you? I thought it was pretty. Some creepy thing. I'll use it for some creepy thing. I'm getting more and more into Halloween. It's ridiculous. All these beautiful Halloween stitches. So I got that. I got my oh, another crinkle. Good Lord. I'm trying not to. Trying not to crinkle too much, but you know, such is life. Take this stuff out of the bags anyway. This is 40 count Fox and Rabbit ballet slippers. I'm gonna have to write down what that is in the salvage because the sticker's on the bag. Yes, don't forget that. So that's that. I've always wanted to use Roxy Floss Co. And who did I get this from? Stitches Unlimited? No, I don't remember. Anyway, I got this. Maybe I got this straight from Roxy Floss Co. I would have had to. Did I show you this? Maybe I did. And I got their threads. And I'm doing it on this. It's a 40 count. I don't know if this is Milk and Honey or Vintage Homespun by R&R. Because both tags were in my bag. So that's on my list. Someday, when I have nothing better to do with my time. And I think I showed you that. So I'm not going to show you that. And I bought from someone on the Stash Unload a copy of Grateful, Thankful, Blessed by Brenda Gervais. I've been in love with this one ever since Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilt showed hers. So there's that. I need to do that. And I feel like Laura throwing things on the floor. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I got a copy of Autumn Garden at Cranberry Manor. Sorry for the glare. I love the cats. I love the pumpkins. I love the colors. So I have that. Teresa Kogut on one of her lives showed off this chart. And I fell in love with the house. God knows why. But I did. And I believe it's pronounced Pernice Manor. Can you see it? It's brand new. Love it. Gonna do it. She has it charted for DMC and Weeks. Excuse me. She designed this for Quilter Station in September 2022. So it's come out now to the general stitchy public. She stitched it on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha, 1/2. I know I have some Vintage Country Mocha, but I think it's 36. But I also know I have some 40 count in there. So, yeah. So that's on the list. So many things on the list. I got a copy of Harvest Blessings by Brenda Gervais. Pilgrims. Can't have enough Pilgrims. I feel like I'm missing something. They're all over the place. I bought a copy of With the Needle Too by Lila Studio. I don't know which way you pronounce it, but if you're watching, I apologize. I don't know why, but I love the thought of the New England shore. I'm not a shore person. I don't want to go to the beach in the summer. I don't like the heat. I don't like the sand. I don't like, you know what I mean? But if I could go in the fall or in the spring before it gets crazy crowded and just walk the beach, that's what I would want to do. Or I would want to rent a house on the shore and just listen to the waves, watch them come in, stitch, you know, the whole 9 yards. I'm just not I don't want to bake on the beach. And I'm not a boardwalk person. I I'm not a crowd person. So what do? I teach. But anyway, let me take this out. So Leela Studio is also the one that did the summer and spring Quakers, and rumor has it there's going to be a fall one. So anyway, why? Why did I like this? I don't know. I just did. It's got cows, it's got sheep, it's got chickens, it's got a clipper ship. I guess that's a clipper ship. It's got a lighthouse. Yes. I am going to have to figure out how to live forever to get everything done. What is that? Oh, okay. Then this was reprinted. Here we go again. Sorry, you're going to hear the lawnmower. He's hoping to give it the one last mow before winter hits. And he was off yesterday to run some errands and take care of some stuff, and unfortunately it rained, so he didn't get the lawn mowed. So he's, been hoping it would dry out this morning. So anyway, this is a Blackbird reprint. Peppermint and Holly. I love this. So they've got some really cute designs. All, of course, Christmas. Honestly, the only one that really trips my trigger is that house. How bad is that? So who knows? Maybe I'll stitch the house and then I'll be done with this. But anyway. Looks like there's some punch needle in here too. I don't punch. I do not punch. So anyway, there we go. And there's some of the other designs that are in there. So, sorry, I keep wrinkling up my nose. And then the last stitchy thing I bought was Justine and Shelly on Whips and Sips. If you have not watched them, welcome Stitchery, Whips and Sips. Oh my gosh. I was, excuse me, ready to pee my pants because I was laughing so hard with their last video. So Justine showed this design by the Mindful Needle, and I'm not going to crinkle anymore. So it's Quaker Birds by the Mindful Needle. Okay. Number one, it's red. Number two, it's got these cool Quaker motifs. And I'm like, add to cart. Now, Shelly said, oh, I love it. I want it. It's red, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, oh, it's on point. I don't want that. And I'm like, okay, Shelly. So I messaged Shelly and I said, hey, do you want to do a start along with me? Because you know how I am with stitch alongs. I haven't heard back. But then I called Justine. When I went on the Welcome Stitchery website, it says this was not available to order online. So I called Justine. She's a hoot to talk to. And I said, okay, I want the Quaker Birds pattern, and then I need you to pick out some threads for me. Like I need more thread. And she was like, me? You want me to do it? And I said, well, you picked out beautiful threads for Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread for her courage sample. So yes, I trust you to pick out thread. I said, I've never used Treenway silk, so I don't really want to use that. So, if we go silk, I want to do needlepoint silk, or if we go like over dyeds, maybe Gentle Arts or something like that. So anyway, so I couldn't see any pictures of silks on her website. So while we were talking, I went to somebody else's website. And we chose Needlepoint Silk Berry Red Range. Sorry, I am crinkling. Color number 227, lot 08. Now, the pattern says 3 skeins of Ruby Harmony Treenway silks. You will need almost all 3 skeins. It's done on 32 count Lugana. I will most likely either do 32 count or 36. So she said, I have 4 skeins of this. I said, fine, ship them. Because you can always, I can always add this. I have a very limited silk stash, but it's a very, very deep claret red. So come on, Shelley, we can do this. So if anybody else wants to start along with me, okay, let's come up with a, hashtag Quaker Birds Sal, and it stands for start along. Okay. What's cool about it is you don't have to do it in red. You can do it in whatever color you want because it's monochromatic. So if you love blues, do blues. If you love purples, you do purples. If you love greens, you do greens. If you want to make it a black sampler, go for it. But yeah, let's do this. Quaker Birds start along. Just give me time. So that's that. Don't you love how they go on the floor? Then I saw this fabric. Why do I buy more fabric? I saw this on Etsy. And yes, it'll probably be project bags, at least one for me. But, hold please. There we go. Being a quilter, I also fell in love with this. And I purchased it from Stitch for You Quilting and D-Stash on Facebook and Instagram for new and estate fabric. So anyway, it's sewing machines and spool ends. So yes, it will be at least one project bag for me or a portfolio. I don't know. And then who knows what I'll do with the rest of it. But you cannot say this room is not insulated. Okay. Lots of fabric. Okay. I think that's it for my acquisitions and my stitching. If it's not, we'll save it for the next time. I got some happy mail and I was totally blown away. This sweet friend messaged me and said, could I have your address? I want to send you something. And I'm like, okay. So the Stitching Owl sent this to me from Canada, from London, Ontario, Canada. I love the card. I love the little mouse. Cute. And she sent me this beautiful little ornament. With the squirrel and his acorns and the beautiful fall leaves. And then the side she blanket stitched. I guess that's called a blanket stitch. I don't know if you can see it. And the fabric on the back. I think I have a piece of that. And then the beautiful beaded hanger. So, Stitching Owl, thank you so much. You don't know how much this made my day. I really and truly appreciate this. And it's going to go on my tree when we set up the tree. And believe it or not, I only have one other cross stitch ornament. And it was one I made for my husband's grandmother. And it became ours when she passed, that I had made back in the 90s. So, yes, I'm going to treasure this for as many Christmases as I have to come. But I love it. I love squirrels. I love watching squirrels. I love watching the cat watching squirrels. Crack me up. I love watching the squirrels hang on the bird feeder. And then the bird feeder starts doing this. Cracks me up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, last but not least, I was watching Country Cottage Stitchers with Heather and Jeanette, mother-daughter team. And Jeanette showed this Riley Blake Lori Holt pattern. And Lori Holt designed it with her Sweetie Pie fabric line years ago. I don't know when. I don't even know if this is copyright. 2016. Okay. You can no longer get the fabric unless you find bits and pieces of it. But they're Dresden plates. And I love Dresden plates. Jeanette showed hers using the cookbook line of Lori Holt fabric. Now, I haven't unwrapped this yet because, I wasn't quite ready to play with it. But I'm like, guess what? I'm going to make Dresden plates with my fat quarter bundle. There's going to be a lot left, but I'm going to make it with my fat quarter bundle. Now, I am not going to put the fruit in the middle because that would not make sense. So I'm just going to choose different colors or figure out what color or what print I want to put in the middle and make circles and then go from there. I will probably have to buy a yard or two. Oh, excuse me. And who knows, maybe 3. I don't know, because I want to have the binding as well. I don't know if I'd get that fancy with the border. I don't need the fancy border. But I love it. I love it. And honestly, I would like to make it bigger because, we have a queen size bed, but how many queen size quilts do I need? Yeah. So I don't know. So that's on my drawing board. And I have Dresden plate pie rulers coming out the wazoo, but I went ahead and I bought Lori Holt's pie ruler because, it's her pattern and why not? So that's it. I did figure out how to use Pirate Ship to ship project bags. Game changer. Game changer. All I have to do is weigh the package, plug in all the numbers, and it tells me how much it's going to cost to ship. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now I don't have to, okay, I weighed one, and I sent one, and it was this much, and this is how I'm not going to know. So now I can do that. I'm excited. All right. Let's do a share. I showed you these a couple of weeks ago from a friend of mine, Susan, and her husband, the Old Man and the Bee. And I'm going to use these as shares. So Please be 18 or older. Please, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to restrict this to the US. If you're a subscriber, that would be awesome, but I'm not going to go back and check. And I would appreciate it if you subscribe, if you like what you see here. If nothing else, you've learned that I'm just natural. I don't edit. This is who I am. This is my mess. This is what you get. So, anyway, be 18, be in the US, and so that I have to be able to, you have to be 18 so I can legally ask for your address and the whole 9 yards. So let's do 2 of these today. We'll start with these 2. And then we will let's do these 2. Let's do these 2. All right, so the first one that we're going to share away is Celtic Cat. Okay, this one, the cat is done with DMC 310, and it's stitched on 32 count Tiger's Eye by Weeks Dye Works. She has Valdani threads, or you could use 310, or I'm sure you could come up with maybe some variegated black, like chalkboard black. I don't know if you like the bluish black, but anyway, and it's beautiful. And if you do it on the 32 count, she has it framed in an 8x8 shadow box from Michaels. It's 81 by 81. Okay, so if you're interested in this, please use the word cat in your comment. Thank you very much. And the second one is her Zodiac series Cancer. If you are interested, it was stitched on Zweigert French Country Blue with B5200 DMC. And this one comes with the Krynic, which glows in the dark. Okay, she sent along the Krynic. So if you are interested in this, it is 82 by 108. I don't see a finished size. Oh, with 14 count, it's approximately 6 by 8. So if you are interested in this one, please use the word, let's use Cancer, because this is Cancer the Crab. So those of you that were born around June, late May into June, this would be perfect for you. Okay, so please use the word Cancer for this and cat for this. All right, so wow, we ended up almost 50 minutes, even with hardly having anything to show you. So I hope you all are doing well. For those of you that are getting ready to celebrate Halloween, have fun, be safe. If you care to join our Facebook group, you can find the information at the end of the video. It's the Disorderly Stitcher. However, you must answer the questions. If you do not answer the questions, I will send it back to you with a request to answer the questions. The reason I'm doing that is to make sure that people aren't try to make sure that people aren't joining who are not stitchers. And I need specific answers. So if I'm asking for designer names, I need names. If I'm asking for chart names, I need chart names. Again, to try and filter out the weirdos, for lack of a better word. All right. Follow me on Instagram at the Disorderly Stitcher. Join the Facebook group. I'm probably not the micromanaging Facebook group leader that some people are used to, and you are welcome to post pictures of your stitches, whether it be cross stitch, quilting, applique, punch needle, whatever you do, please share. I love to see it, even though, sometimes I live vicariously through other people. So, without further ado, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of October. And I will see you when I see you. I'm not going to plan on every 2 weeks anymore. I can't. I can't. Maybe when I retire, I will, but I can't. So take care, have fun, happy stitches, and keep your stitches crossed. Talk to you later. Bye.